Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to whatever the fuck's on your screen right now. Swearing in the first 30 seconds, getting this video to a point where you will never, ever see it in your YouTube timeline. You're gonna have to hunt down for it. And because of my irregular and sporadic and random upload schedule, you will never see this video. Just doing a little villain shit at the start of the year, you know, just being a little villain for fun. So I am feeling both. Oh fuck, it's ill-fated and all perks. Oh no, you dickhead. Okay, so here's the deal. We're gonna take leadership. No, we're gonna take arcane grasp because it's a perk thing. Please be strength, I beg you. I swear to God, if I see charisma. Oh, no charisma, yo. It's just strength and knowledge and dex. Neat. Glad we didn't take leadership. Charisma is a completely useless stat. So strength, knowledge, maybe knowledge. But strength and dex are totally doable. And then your seconds. There's also a light source, but we'll see what we get. Hopefully we can get something like a, whatchamacallit. We can get a free light source in painting or something. That'd be nice. That would be nice, actually. Aiko's friend also goes hard here. Like, it absolutely does. But, I'm feeling two ways right now, okay? Part of me is feeling good, and part of me is feeling tired, because there's some really dumb online discourse going on, and, you know, we're not gonna get into it, because I don't want to get into it. It's just people being stupid on the internet as a treat, you know? Just as a little treat, people being dumb on the internet. You think people would go on the internet and be stupid? I mean, that's what I do every day, but, like, I mean, you know, not in a political way. That's kind of a yikes moment. Also, why did I do that in the wrong order? We didn't get punished, but, you know. But on the other hand, I'm feeling good because I am actually painting things this year. I am almost finished. If I tried, I'm probably gonna play Final Fantasy XIV tonight, but if I tried, I could probably finish my entire 10-man Incubi squad tonight. Because all I have to do is finish the basing, and then I need to finish the basing, I need to do the highlights, and I need to do the second thin coat on the metal, and then I'm done. That's it. Like, that's all I need to do. I'm fine with the undershade that I did. I want my models to, you know, like, pop, be pretty bright, so I'm fine with, I might do, like, a microscopic amount of shading, but, like, I don't know. Like, I'm actually just okay with how they turned out, and I want to move on to the next unit, whether that's another Eldar or D-Eldar unit, or a Night Haunt, I don't know. I still have no idea what I'm doing for my Night Haunt paint scheme. But here's the thing, the fact that I've gotten this far already is incredible. Like, again, well, actually, did I say this already? I have no idea. But I painted, like, a handful of things in 2022. And so the fact that I've almost painted I've almost painted 10 things in the first, like, week of 2023 is, like, it's fucking, it's a great boost to how I feel as far as hobby goes. And so, you know, I decided to reward myself by picking up some new paints, some P3 paints, some Privateer Press paints. And I've been, you know, I've been wanting to try a couple of them for a while, but then I picked up some other ones on sort of a whim. There was a painting tutorial I saw, and so that is definitely more on a whim, but, you know, I also picked up a Monster Apocalypse monster, the whatchamacallit, Star Princess Ares, the official proxy model for the Ares, for the Martian Menace. And let me just tell you, Privateer Press's web store, okay, if anybody who works at Privateer Press is listening to this, I'm about to beat your company's official storefront's ass in the, quote, YouTube video retweets, okay? But, like, your website is horrible. Like, it's absolutely atrocious. I cannot... First of all, there's no Martian Menace tag at all. So you just either have to scroll endlessly through, like, 15 pages to get to them, or you have to search Martian Menace, and then not all of the units show up. Some of them do. Most of them do. But not all of them. It's bad. So first of all, that's terrible. Also, the paint, the paint storefront is also, like, god-awful as well. Again, I don't know how or necessarily why, but it's absolutely insane to me, because it's like, do I want to try to go for, like, a ritual dagger or something? Like, we could probably make it happen, but I don't know, let's go to the hardware store. I mean, that's kind of what you want to see right off the bat. I would have taken a carpenter hammer, though, because it's still good on Ico. But, like, so I go to your paint section on your store, right? I'm talking to you directly now. I go to your paint section, and I'm like, oh, I was gonna shop for some reds. I don't think I actually ended up getting any reds, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna shop for some red paint. You know, red's a pretty popular color. It's not there. Like, what do you mean it's not there? There's no red tab. And so I'm looking through the list of the paints that they have on their website, and you actually have to go to, tiny yellow letters underneath the search thing that's called Show More, and then you can see the red paints. And what's bizarre about this is they show you, I think it's the pink paints and the orange paints up front. Like, here's the thing, I like pink paints, and orange paints are, I mean, I haven't really used them a lot, but they're fine too, I guess. But I would think that you would, if you have limited storefront space to where you have to, like, hide certain colors behind others, you would probably want your pink and orange, which are rarer colors to paint, I guess, and put those maybe behind the Show More, and then have red available. I have no idea why they do it like that, but they do, and it's really strange. I almost fought that enemy. And also, their estimated shipping thing didn't work. Like, that's not a big deal, admittedly, but it was still kind of annoying. But, you know, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I like their products. The one thing that I'm worried about, though, for P3 is how the fuck is, oh god, first enemy, huh? How is, Mark IV going to work? Right? Like, is that gonna do well at all? Because, like, for those of you who don't know, Warmachine, Warmahordes Mark IV, I don't know if it's Warmahordes as well, but it's Warmachine Mark IV. They came out with the K-Door and, oh, why am I trying to do stat checks? I don't know. It's fine. But, like, They came out with, like, K-Door Mark IV, and was it the Protectorate? I don't remember, but they came out with 2 factions for Mark IV, and you can buy them now. The thing that I'm worried about, though, is that originally the sculpts for Warmahordes were in, like a resin or a plastic, or a metal even, I believe. Yeah, they do resin, plastic, and metal. Like, all the different kinds of casting. And technically, these new ones are also in 3D print, or in resin, but I just gave the game away. They're all 3D printed. And so normally you would think that, okay, they're 3D printed. That's a bold way to go with your game, but definitely doable, right? Well, the problem is that they are, well, how do I put this? You're not buying the STL file. You're not printing them yourself in your own resin. They have the STL files, they print them on their own printers, and then they send the unassembled models to you. Like, the freshly printed, unassembled models to you. And I don't know if that's going to work. Because, okay, yeah, Only Games exists, and they do okay. Oh, yo, let's go. Only Games exists, and they do okay. Actually, yeah, let's just do that. Let's just do Fear Festival first. Well, I presume they do okay. That is technically an assumption. I don't have any affiliation with Only Games. Is it Only Games? Is that what the My Mini Factory subsidiary is, where you can buy physical prints? But regardless, you know, they do okay. They exist. They're pretty cool. I bought from them before. The thing is, though, that all their stuff is, like, cheap. It's like double the price of the STL. So if you're buying like a $5 STL, it's like it's a little over a double price. But like if you're buying a $5 STL, if you wanted to just have them print it for you, then it would be like $12, you know, which is completely reasonable. I mean, here's the thing. Games Workshop is charging like $35 for a single model, right? So, you know, it's not exactly like the over double price markup that Only Games does is like egregious. It's completely fine and reasonable. And some of the ones that are like $3, you can get them for like $7. Like the prices on Only Games are pretty good, which is why I bought from them before specifically. But the problem and the thing that I'm worried about here is Privateer Press stuff is expensive. The Warmachine Horde stuff is. The only Warmahorde stuff that I have is back when they did these limited time runs of plastic starter boxes. And it was a collaboration they did with Humble Bundle. Uh-oh. And so what happened was you could buy the Humble Bundle, and you would get a 50% off coupon for Privateer Press for these starter sets. And that 50% coupon worked for literally every starter set that was that they were selling at the time. Like, not like the big starter sets. Like, these were small starter sets. That there was like these thick, chunky boxes that had everything that you needed to play like a small game of Warmachine. And so I picked up the Crix one and the Khador one, both of them for $40, because they were $40 normally, and then with the coupon, which worked on all of them, and you could get as many as that you wanted, it would cut them down to $20. I almost got more of them. I honestly wish that I did, because I really like Warmachine and Hordes from a hypothetical, like from a, you know, on paper standpoint. The problem, though, was probably shouldn't have done that. Oh, it'll be fine. The problem is that Warmahordes is fucking expensive. Like, in some ways, it's like GW expensive, because I wanted to get like a Crix army, and like one unit would cost like $88, which admittedly, like GW probably gonna cost you a little bit more for like a unit, because you were getting the entire unit in one box. GW, you gotta buy like 2 or 3 boxes to get the unit, if and all the options. But like $88 for a single unit was a lot, so I just didn't do it, you know? Couldn't get into it. And so I just have my 2 starter sets, the Khador and the Crix, and I really like them. Even though they're, like, I guess, I don't want to say cheaper plastic sculpts, because that would be rude, but some of the sculpts were janky as fuck. And the leader units, the Guy and the Bane Witch, they're not that great. They're actually not good sculpts, but the actual Warjacks are great. I love them. I have them over there, actually. I haven't fully painted them yet, but I'm painting the Khador ones like Lost Planet 2 mechs, and I'm painting the Crix ones as like spooky green mechs. It's really fun. They're fun models to paint. I like them a lot. But, you know, it's just Warmachine was always so fucking expensive. At least, comparatively to GW, it's cheaper. But, like, I don't know. It just always had that sort of, like, uncomfortable price range where I'm like, I'm already buying Games Workshop stuff. I don't need to buy something else like this. Like, I've managed to fit Malifaux in there. Malifaux's a little bit more, I don't want to say reasonable, but you can get, like, a Malifaux army for, like, 120, 150 bucks, something like that. I feel like you'd have to spend more for, like, a Warmahordes army. But anyways, we're getting a little bogged down here. So, anyways, they came out with their new, you know, 3D printed starter set, where they print the models and then they send them to you in their Mark IV thing. It's $80 for one faction. And, like, let me just look at it again, because I don't want to misrepresent them. Because here's the thing, I want them to actually do well. I actually really like P3. But, actually, you have to type Privateer Press, DuckDuckGo doesn't know what I mean when I say P3. Bunch of other stuff comes up. But, like, I want them to succeed, absolutely. Because I really like their stuff. Their models are cool, like, I like the Warjacks. but, like, you know, when I look at Preview Battle Group Kador Winter Core, and it's $75, and you get how many models? I'm trying to find it. The Winter Core, okay. One Warcaster, the Great Bear Warjack, the Direwolf Warjack. Wait. Oh, it's just 3 things. It's 3 things for $75. Oh my god. But yeah, no, like, I'm sorry. Even though you have a bunch of weapon options, like, 75 bucks for 3 3D printed resin models is like, I don't know. That's rough. 3 models for $75. That is GW shit. That is absolutely GW shit. And I don't like buying GW stuff that's that expensive. I like to get that off of, like, fucking eBay. I mean, it's all out of stock, you know, so I guess it doesn't really matter, but, you know, I just look at the old battle group. Oh, they still have the battle groups. Oh, never mind. I clicked on it. It was advertised and I clicked on it. It says no longer exists. Oh, the Protectorate of Menoth still exists. I might get that. That's the one that I was gonna get alongside the other 2. Protectorate of Menoth looks really cool. But basically what I'm trying to say is that, you know, they've got some, like, Games Workshop tier pricing for, like, resin 3D prints. And this sculpt, here's the thing, the sculpts look great. They do. But when you look at it and it's like, hey, models are produced in 3D printed resin. Resin dust from sanding is hazardous. Wear an N95 respirator and use wet sanding technique when sanding resin. And then thoroughly clean your work area. Like, that, like, I don't know. It's a little bit weird. Like, I don't know. Like, I actually just don't know how to feel about it. I'll be real with you. Is Infested Girl our second enemy? Probably. I'm just gonna lock that in as a true and real. I want them to do well. I want to play it. I really want to play Warmahordes. And when they release the Crick stuff for Mark IV, I'm probably gonna get the Crick stuff for Mark IV because I think the Cricks are really fucking cool. They're like an evil necromancy faction. I don't really remember the lore, but there's like a evil dragon who rules the world or something, and the Cricks are like his faction. And they're a bunch of, like, evil ghost mechs that harvest souls, and they're, like, all of their melee weapons are, like, scythes and claws, and they have, like, hooks that drag you. It's really cool. And they have, like skull mechs as well, like little skull mechs that run around. The Death Rippers. The Cricks are so fucking cool. Also, somebody described their leader. Hold on. Is her name Scar? I think her name's Scar. Like Skarre. Somebody described her as... Let me see if I can find her on the store. Yeah. The Pirate Queen Scar. I think, if I remember correctly, somebody... There was like a wargaming article about how to play Cricks. And when they were going over the leaders, they were talking about Pirate Queen Scar. And I think the exact quote was, Scar doesn't hit like a truck, trucks hit like Scar. And that's beautiful. I like that a lot. That's really good. But, yeah, no. I really hope, you know, if that P3 employee, if that Privateer Press employee is still watching, the one that I made up in my head, I wish you good luck. But I genuinely don't know how, like, selling physical 3D prints is gonna go from, like a customer standpoint, especially for, like, 75 bucks for, like, 3 models. That might be because they're, like, convention exclusive. And if that's the case, I mean, yeah, I can't hate, honestly, because people will pay more for, you know, like, bonus, but... what do I want to do here? I have no idea. We need to do this, like, close to last. School scissors, coma. I guess we'll do coma for fun. For funsies, you know, just as a little treat. No, I'm not doing... Oh, but we're using the monkey wrench? Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it for fun. We'll go to the village twice. The doomed village twice. Follow the awful tradition. I love my penalty being increased. There's no sarcasm there at all. We do a little kind refusal, because it's free. Literally free. Okay, we took 2 stamina and a little bit of doom. That's completely fine. Now, we might lose because of it, but, you know. We got kicked out. We got kicked out of the cemetery? Not cool. Yike. I'm very scared. That elevator scares the shit out of me. Elevator jump scare. Yo, let's go! I know that this is probably mislabeled because no one ever uses fucking Arcane Grasp ever. But oh my god. 4% Doom moment. I love that. It's like, okay, I will avoid 4% Doom by taking 4% Doom. That's great. We need to, like... I have no idea how we're gonna... Man, I wish we could remove Mind Wipe. I wish the Maui heads could, remove the Mind Wipe for free for me. That'd be really nice. We do a little, being scared. Cabinet jump scare. Because the thing is, we can't get rid of Mind Wipe yet because of that. Freaky Flood. Oh no. School curfew. Oh no, we're going into school anyways, by the way. It's just like you walk up to school and there's like the school curfew sign, like school is closed. This sign can't stop me because I can't read. True. Yeah, we'll do that. That's fine. So what do we got on the... Yeah, we're gonna do sailors last. That's fine. I would really, really like to see a little clapping and a little bowing here, just as a treat, you know, just for fun. Oh, thank God. A little bowing and clapping. My mistake. My mistake. So this could still go horribly, but, you know... A human enemy? In World of Horror? I love it. You shouldn't have. Maybe we can do 90-90. That's okay. We can do a little 90-90 for fun. Bonus! I didn't even remember bonus as a thing here. I mean, I feel like... Oh, God. I mean, we are paranoid. What does this do again? I don't know. Minus doom. Minus reason. Alright, that's, I didn't want to get rid of Mind Wipe anyways. We'll just get, like, 50 EXP. It's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. Oh, no, but I need to discard things. I do need to discard things. We can discard Stalker's Mask. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So, can we do it like this? We can! Yo, we're schmoovin'. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll have some of the funny, you know? Yeah. Be careful with the lines, though, Aiko. That doesn't look like the book at all. That's not manga accurate. That's not accurate to the light novel. What was he cooking? No, don't do that. Don't do that, don't do that. As much as I want to for the meme, do not. It's very bad. I think it's like -2 reason, right? I haven't seen it in a while. We're gonna be able to, like, rest a couple of times. It was a bow and a clap, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, bow and a clap. Let's go! Bow, clap, bow. Bow? Clap? Oh, I'm never remembering that. That's too hard. I will give up immediately and just... Oh... I mean, okay, we do probably need to grab Quick Thinking at some point, but... if we didn't have First Aid here, I'd grab Quick Thinking Strength. It would be the best level up of all time. Uh-oh. Do we have Fetid Fumes somehow? Okay, yeah, we got Fetid Fumes, like, first thing. That's a little bit more reasonable. But we're still gonna rest a couple of times for fun, you know? Mind status wiped. No thoughts, head empty. Only violence. with the monkey wrench. Also, by the way, I just remembered this now, or at least thought of it, because when I was talking to my static, I was saying that I am like a monkey looking at a monolith. I just don't understand it. But I finally figured out dog 2. Listen, don't even ask me why I basically immediately understood Snake 2 and knew how to do it. And I'm the swap for my team, so you can't even say, but Web, you're the white mage, you don't have to think. No, I do, because my Gunbreaker, he doesn't like swapping. And this is not something that he asked me to do, but he appreciates it, okay? There's no, whatchamacallit. There's no, like, headcanon that you need to get here, okay? It's like, my Gunbreaker was having trouble swapping on Snake 1, and so I was like, hey, I can swap for you, if that helps. And then he was like, yeah, that would help, but you don't have to. And then I was like, I'll do it. And then I only fucked it up once. Or twice. Probably twice. I remember fucking it up once. But, compared to the, like... No, I'm not gonna do him dirty like that. I'm not gonna just say, like, a random number and then blame it on, like, my nameless tank. Because that would be really mean. I'm not gonna pull a number out of a hat and just be like, this is the tank. Like, no, our tank is good. Our tank is like a fucking DPS machine on Gunbreaker, alright? Like, he's actually a cracked Gunbreaker. Like, getting, like, 60 pluses, like, every run. And listen, I don't funny number, okay? That's somebody else. But Yoshi, it's not me. I don't have any mods installed. The only mod that I would ever want, and I don't have it installed, would be one that lets me zoom my camera slightly farther out. But besides that, I don't have any mods installed. I do not use the funny number, okay? Thank you. I don't use any mods. But, you know, we're ecstatic, so we have Barses.
Until then, we'll play a little... I'm pleased to say we can rejoin Emmerdale.
Sorry, I had to evade the Square Enix assassins. As I mentioned... well, actually, it's not Square Enix assassins, it's Creative Business Unit 3 assassins. But, okay, so here's what we're gonna do, alright? I finally understand Dog 2, and that makes me really happy. And so, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Yeah, there no notes. Oh my god, do I dare? No, because that's fucking stupid. That doesn't get me anywhere near. We block. Fuck it, we block again. And then now we do it like this. And then we take only 2 damage. So we just spent like an extra turn here for no reason. Just for fun, you know? Just as a like a little treat. Oh god, I have to discard 2 things? No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to discard 2 items. I like my items. I love Doom. But yeah, no, I'm happy that I finally get Dog 2. Don't ask me how I immediately understood Snake 2. Like, Snake 2, I just get it. Like, I literally just get Snake 2. We want to fight the boss for fun. Yeah, sure, that's fine. I mean, I might still do the side quest, but we could just, like, you know... Could do a little discard of this, and then discard this. Oh, there is no boss. Very funny. Drenched, even more hilarious. Oh, shit, we did find a boss. Not the one that we were looking for, though. I love Drenched. It's great. Canis is gonna actually get a hit on a... Canis is gonna hit us! They said it wasn't possible. They said it couldn't be done. He got us. He did. He got us. We're done. Canis got us. It's true. Crazy. We have an ally, so We can't make Kana go away. Well, actually, we can, technically, but there's no reason. Just put a point of Dex there and we're completely good. But yeah, so painting models, figuring out Dog 2, buying myself a model for a game that I don't play, the fucking Ares from Monster Apocalypse, that I'm probably never going to paint. Cool. Good year so far, TM. Hopefully, like, here, my goal is I want to paint a project a month. That's what I want to do, because I'm pretty sure that after I'm done with my Drukhari, my output will slow down, but... And also, there's a cheating there, because I was working on the Drukhari since, like, fucking November, but I want to do a project a month for hobby. That's what I want to do. Whether it's a Drukhari thing, a Night Haunt thing, because those are the two armies that I'm basically going to be working on for 2023. That's the goal, is I want to get my Drukhari painted, and I want to get my Night Haunt painted. And... you know, but there might be some cool things thrown in there, like Star Princess Ares or whatever from Monster Apocalypse, just for fun. Just as a little treat to, for variety, you know? We could be at level 6 right now, but we're not. No light source, but no charisma. I mean, we're fine. It's okay. We're good. We can just climb. We can just climb Lighthouse. Second mystery was this one. Correct. Yay. We did it. We didn't do it. We failed. No. What about the next one? We did it. Yay. Aiko's showing off all of her cool tricks while ascending the lighthouse. Oh god, who was the second one? Infested Girl? Pretty sure I said that earlier, right? I had to lock it in. But yeah, anyway, so to conclude this video, here's what I'm gonna say. Online discourse is stupid. I hope Warmachine Mark IV is successful, but I don't know how people, the public, will generally feel about paying for, I think it's fair to say, the most expensive, like, 3D printed miniatures on the market. Like, I think that's fair. At least something that's intended for a game, for sure. Like, the most expensive 3D printed minis intended for a war game that you have to buy specific versions of so that you can have, like, the WYSIWYG or whatever, or, like, the proper units in your army. And I think that if you're entering that sort of arena of 3D printing, like, the thing is, there are so many amazing value 3D printing things. Like, you can go on My Mini Factory, and you can find pretty much anything that you want for, like, a proxy for a game. And it'll be like $10. $15 at most. Right? Like, people are so fucking generous with their STL pricing. And it literally just is, like, how much can you undercut somebody? Well, no, I wouldn't say there's any undercutting, because people have, like, different artists have their different styles. But, like, how cheap can your STLs be so that people buy them? And then people have the monthly, like, Patreons and tribes and stuff like that for STLs, and it's like, those pop up. People do STL Kickstarters, where you can get, like, an entire army for, like, $30. Like, it's insane. Like, the value proposition of 3D printing STLs is absurd when it comes to wargaming. And so by entering that space and keeping, like, the, I guess, cheap, quote-unquote, because, I mean, obviously they're using, like, production shit. Like, I don't think they would be using consumer-grade stuff. Like, they're obviously using, like, you know, they have a print farm, and they're going hard on it with, like, you know, like, really expensive, really high-quality 3D printers. But, like, from a consumer perspective, like, how many people are gonna make the difference of like, well, actually, Privateer Press is using the really good, like, $20,000 business 3D printer that's much better than the, you know, $300 consumer one. Not many people are going to make that distinction, I don't think. And so I feel like a lot of people, when they see, like, oh, a 3D printed war game that has models specifically designed for it, cool, like, one-page rules. And then they, you know, like, one-page rules, you can, like, subscribe to their fucking Patreon and, like, buy, like, army packs for, like, what? Like, their STLs are pretty cheap. And they have, like, monthly releases where you just get everything if you're on, like, on the Patreon, right? And people will look at that, like, look at that value proposition, and they'll be like, wow, that's awesome. And then they'll look at look at the $75 for 3 models and just be like, holy fuck. Listen, like I said, I didn't buy the Khador stuff. I will probably buy the Crick stuff. I really like Cricks. I think they're one of the cooler fictional armies in a game. I really think the Cricks are fucking awesome. A mix of, like, skeletons, zombie, pirates, and, of course, necromancer mechs. With, like, elder liches. Like, that shit's so fucking cool. Like, that aesthetic is so good. Like, that aesthetic goes hard. Feel free to screenshot, for real, but... It's just, like... It's very pricey, and I feel like... Because here's the thing, if this was, like, a resin cast, or, like, a metal cast, or a plastic cast, then you would be... I would be comparing them with Malifaux, with the Elephant in the Room Games Workshop. I'd be comparing them with, like, I think Infinity is casted. I'm pretty sure Infinity is casted. Like, I don't think... I think I would have heard if Infinity switched over to 3D printing. But, like, I'm going to compare you to Malifaux, GW, Infinity... what are the other ones? I mean, really, when I think of the 4 war games, it would be the Games Workshop stuff, Warmahordes, Malifaux, and Infinity. Like, those are literally the 4 that I think of. But, you know, if you have, like, a physical war game, and this is a physical war game too, obviously, Mark IV, but if you have a physical war game, then I feel like I'm going to compare you to other physical war games, right? But if you are a physical war game and your models are coming from 3D printing, I'm going to compare you to something like One Page Rules, which is like an absurd value deal, right? Like, One Page Rules is like one of the cheapest war games you can get into. The barrier of entry being the 3D printer, really. And so it's like, you know, when you're entering the realm of 3D printing, there are so many things that you have to get right. And, I mean, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. I obviously have, like, no clout. I have no knowledge of the industry whatsoever. But I would love to just, like, talk about this with somebody who actually knows what they're talking about. Because again, I don't know. Like, I think this is brand new. Like, I don't think any other wargaming companies have done this before, where they're like, okay, here is our new war game, or our refresh of our old war game. All of the models are being printed via 3D printer. I don't know, right? For real, I don't think that's ever been done before, and it's crazy. So, I mean, I'm gonna end the episode here, but it's absolutely wild, and I just don't know. You know, I generally and genuinely do not know. It's crazy to me, because it's like, I don't think it's ever happened before. I don't think any wargame company has done it. And you know what? Godspeed, because again, I like Warmahordes. I wanted to play it, but I just didn't have anyone to play it, so I never picked up anything past the 2 battle groups that I initially got. But, like, for real. I hope you're all staying safe out there. Have a good one. I'll see you on the next episode of World of Horror. Have a good one. Bye.